Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this installment of The Outlanders here on Roll With It RPG. It's been a hot minute since we've been live. Life happens, things happens.
10 minutes?
10 minutes. It's been not hot minutes. It's been 10 minutes. But we are back. Maybe Sans one member, maybe not. Kovac may join us later. Unsure at the moment, but we'll go ahead and hop in with a quick recap of last episode. That was, I don't know, a month ago, or so. But last time we were together with the Outlanders, they had made the journey south from Weymouth using Trevarian or Sam to scout ahead and potentially locate where this clearing might be, even though they had a rough idea. Maybe if they could get a little bit more detail, it would be helpful in isolating where they needed to go. He found what looked like might be something, but didn't quite match the description that they were looking for. You guys continued south and ended up finding a clearing that had a couple of runes in it. And after you guys snuck up, you did find, set back into this hillside, were some stone doors that couldn't have been seen from the direction you were looking or when Trevarian was flying over. You debated on what you were going to do as far as looking in or trying to be as quiet as possible. You had cast Pass Without a Trace and then decided to go in. After exploring the entry room, you decided to open one of the doors leading south for cardinal directions on the screen, which I think is accurate in this instance. But we're greeted by a couple of drakes, one of which roared as soon as it saw you, triggering a, for D&D purposes, somewhat lengthy battle. Lasted almost a full minute. It's crazy. Almost never happens. But through much combat and struggle, you guys did manage to defeat all of the enemies that kept coming from different directions. Rowan took quite a bit of hits, I believe. And Kovac and Rith played a small game in the middle. Who couldn't hit for the longest. And we left off with the group having vanquished the rest of the foes. Rith had rushed down the left corridor to investigate if anything else was down there and had not found anything, nor had seen any sign of Ski Rod up to this point. So we have left the combat initiative right now. You guys still have it up there at the moment, but I can go ahead and just free up the movement for the moment if you guys want to talk or decide what you want to do.
Rowan's gonna lean against the wall and just like slide down it and sit on the floor.
I'm gonna take 2 steps forward. Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, it's paused. There you go. There.
And look in here.
Okay. So you look in here. This door was previously shut. What you see in here are just some haystacks. Look like they're probably different types of probably bedding. Very rank smell in here of excrement and other dragon feces. So looks like it was probably more of a indoor stable that they had.
Okay. I'll just step back out and Since I technically don't know that the battle's not done back there, I will head back that way.
Oh, there
Okay.
you are.
I'll
Wow.
grab this body and drag it this way.
Yeah, that's fine. I think it was a kobold, so you don't probably have to
Oh.
drag too much. But
I'm gonna.
Should we
Are
group the
you-
bodies up somewhere? Should we finish them
Oh.
off if they're still breathing?
Are you okay, Rowan?
Just look up. Give a slow thumbs up.
I will pull out one of the greater healing potions I have too. Are you going to drink it?
Oh yeah.
Do I need to force you?
All I heard was I'm gonna pull it out.
Oh, I handed to it. Sorry. Let me just whip this out.
open wide.
Mm-mm.
No, I'll pull out the potion and I'll hand it to you.
Okay. I don't know what those are. I don't have one. I
All right.
4d4 plus.
don't think.
44. Wow.
Sweet.
I could
That's the
use
best I've
it.
ever rolled.
That's 48.
Oh.
Above average.
And then I'm gonna heal myself now with the cure wounds.
Up
At
in here.
3rd level. Because that's
Nice.
what Pact Magic is right now.
That's pretty good.
There we go. It tilted me the right direction. It was
There you
bugging me too.
If you hold control and use your scroll wheel,
Did you see when we
Oh, it turns you?
Yep.
he was tilted after last session?
he was all out of whack.
Well, I seem to
It-
remember a certain character not using my haste and standing there during every one of their free actions. So
I'm sorry, I'll use it better next time.
you didn't have it. But you will next time.
Maybe next time you'll give it to the battle bard. I kid.
So we should still
For the
have
archer.
pass that trace going, right?
Unless you concentrated on something else. I don't know if you did.
I don't think I have.
Yeah,
I know you Shillelied, but I don't
after
know if you did anything
watching,
else.
there was a point made that he didn't lose concentration on it.
There was, fireballs casted in there, so I don't know how much stealthy we can be at this point, but we can
That's
try.
true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, can we remove the
The what?
Are you taking a look in that room there, Rith, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So you open it up, and there appears to be a pit. Can't see the bottom,
Okay.
but it is what looks to be, from what you can see going down, roughly carved, hewn stone for the most part. Some dirt here and there with some support beams going down. So
Pit. Can't see bottom.
Um,
Keep
Do you
moving.
think that's the way we need to go?
Maybe
What's around the corner? You came from that way.
more wall, more hallway, and 2 rooms.
I don't know the layout of this place at
Let's-
all. I just...
Oh. I'm gonna sneak to this corner.
Yeah.
All
that's
right,
where
go ahead
I'm-
and give me a stealth roll.
That's where I'm headed to.
All right, I guess we're going this way then.
I'll get rid of some of the characters that are there.
We can throw them down the pit, guys.
I was gonna say, if we really wanted to know how deep it was, yeah, we could throw one in and
No,
listen.
We could light one on fire and throw it down the pit.
Mind.
30.
I mean, I could.
Oh, I didn't add the 10 to mine.
I only
Oh,
have one
that's what you got. You got a 25. That's what I see.
Firebolt.
That's what I see. Kelnorn did better than Lilith, everybody. Kelnorn's the new rogue.
I mean, in Hillsfar, I was doing everything better than Lilith.
And
I
Lilith
mean,
is the new
everybody was
druid.
doing better. Yeah.
Lilith is the new druid. So, all right.
Sweet. I'm turning into a bear.
So, you sneak up to the edge there, Kelnorn, taking
Yep.
a look around, I presume.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll
And
move over so it reveals itself for me.
so yeah, you see there are a pair of doors. One that appears to be open on the left side of the hallway, and then as you're looking down, it's on your left, but it's the right side of the screen.
Right.
Left side of the screen, that door is presently shut. So,
Okay.
and then yes, there is a bend at the hallway that goes off to your right, screen left.
I will go there stealthily.
Yep.
And
Still
peek.
rolling. Okay. So,
Let me give
I'll
you
look
my
back.
stealth.
I'll look back and point at the door.
I'm going to check this door for traps.
the one that's shut there. Okay. Go for
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Wait,
Was it
why didn't it add the 10? I put it on here to add the 10.
were you
mean-
not within range of him?
investigation, right?
Within 30 feet.
Yes. $22.
22.
Yeah, you're pretty confident there's no traps. Doesn't even feel locked.
Get back there. And I'm going to motion for Rith to come up.
I open it
Okay.
and then step in.
Yep. So you step in. There's a couple of beds that are in there, and then along the north wall there, you see what look to be small hammocks that have been set up, almost like bunks inside of like a ship for sailors. More crudely constructed. The canvas that's used on there looks pretty dirty. The beds look a little bit nicer. There's 2 bunks, so 4 beds there, 4 hammocks. There are a couple of footlockers. So,
Okay. I step back out
okay.
for now. And then walk back down here and I'll just go to the next corner
Okay.
and look.
All right.
We really got him working those corners.
Right. I'm shirtless. Alright, I will move to
You take a
Here,
look
then.
around. You see a door sitting at the end of the hallway. Just kind of opens up a little bit bigger here.
I'll look at Lilith and point to the door.
I will slowly move up to the door. And check it for traps.
Go for it.
Maybe. There we go. I almost hit intimidation.
Scare the door and telling you whether it's locked.
Yes.
Intimidate the door.
24.
24. Okay. Yeah, you feel pretty confident there are no traps there.
Do
Is
we
it
want
locked?
me to just send him a message? Try and call him out?
It is not locked. No.
I will step to the side.
I mean, he probably knows where
Open
he-
it. And initiate combat, I guess.
So you open the door. You do see a pair of people in there. As soon as you open the door, the person that is standing next to Ski Rod says a word. That, I mean, you notice. Well, give me a perception check. Right. Yeah, don't want to have both of them selected. 17. Okay, yeah. You hear it. She says volcano in Draconic. And as she speaks the words, you see Ski Rod turn towards you, kind of give you a slight smirk and a wink, and they disappear.
Can I see it? Probably not.
Nope,
but
not
I'm
from where
asking.
you're at.
I know.
I step in.
And they disappear in like a puff of acrid smoke. So what you come into is what looks to be some kind of almost office. Yeah, it looks like an office or a study type area. You have a desk that is off to your character's left on the right side of the room there. There's a table that's sitting on the middle here with a couple of parchments, books, a couple of bookcases on the far wall over there, as well as a pedestal that has an open text on it as well.
I mean, I'll glance at the open text on the book in the pedestal, I guess. As I walk by. Is it in
Okay.
Draconic?
There is something written in Draconic on there. Yeah, it looks like there's a piece of parchment that's sitting on top of it.
I'll read it.
Okay. Do 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 do. It is actually addressed to you as well.
Of course it is.
So should be at the bottom of your loot category there, I believe.
Yep. Oop.
we all read.
I'm reading it over your shoulder. I'm reading it over.
I'll hand it to Damien.
Okay. Okay.
I'm reading it right now.
And then I look at Lilith and point to the door. Give me a second.
Yep.
I am going to check for traps.
Go for it. 21.
21.
Doesn't appear to be trapped, no.
Is it locked?
It is not.
I move to the side.
Okay.
And then you said there was a desk. Is that where he grabbed the parchment?
Nope.
Okay. I want to check the desk.
Okay. Just looking for anything that's there.
Yep.
I don't know, guys. How safe do you think it is to stay here? I heard someone in the room. Did they like leave? I'm assuming they teleported away.
G-Rod was here.
Uh,
They said something.
where did he go?
Some person with him said volcano, and they disappeared.
Does that mean anything?
I'm not sure. Intelligence check if I know anything on it. Probably not. It's probably just a trigger word, but
You can yeah, you can give me an intelligence check if you'd like. I mean, there was something in the. You're not sure what they said. I mean, it definitely looked like some kind of spell that happened.
well, you said she said volcano and draconic.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's like, and then some kind of spell happened.
Yeah.
But I mean, you do recall that in part of everything dealing with this, the memories that Rebecca gave you kind of come flooding back of the crashed, of the decimated forest, and then also the mountains, smell of sulfur, ash, being hot. Two might be related. It's probably the best. I would say that you probably believe seems significant.
He could have. Only place I know of volcano would be the place that Rebecca showed me in the. I wonder where that is. I have that somewhere here.
Did you recognize the person that was with him?
No.
No.
I broke breath, thinking deeply.
Oh, the Storm Horns Mountains.
Ah, yes, the storm worm.
Storm Worm.
Yeah.
Storm
I have
worms.
horns. I don't know why I have horns. Worm. Worms.
Legendary creatures.
And could be connected to twins. Join forces, maybe?
Ugh, I really hope not.
I say keep searching place. And if empty, search for clues here. But make sure no one else is in this area.
Gotcha.
I agree.
I move over to this door and look at
Mhm.
Lilith. I open it.
All right.
Fireball.
Step in.
Yeah, you open it. This room is mostly empty. It has shelves on it, but there presently is not anything on them.
Okay. I've grown impatient, so I just open this door now.
Okay.
And step in.
Run after him.
Quick, hurry!
Oh, yeah.
So this door you open, and there is a hum of energy. It's low, very faint, but there is a hum of energy. There's what looks to be a
I'm gonna step forward.
yep. There's a cylindrical chamber in front of you that's topped with like a almost like a brass or a bronze type of topping, as well as bandings that go along the side of it. Um, there is a desk with a piece of parchment that's sitting on it. There is in the far corner there, up near the top, you can see where there are almost like intermittent, like little surges or pulses of energy that are coming into basically what would kind of look like a Tesla coil. And that device is somewhat glowing. The chamber itself has a faint kind of glow around it, and you can see where there look to be runes inscribed along different pieces of it. And, in the corner there, you can see what looks to be a table of some sort. You're not really sure exactly what it is, but you can see that there are draconic runes written on it as well. So,
I mean, I'll walk up to this. I mean, I'm next to this brass thing. I'll take a look at it.
okay, yeah, it is a chamber.
That's not a
probably
bomb, is it?
What's Bob?
Is it a bomb? I'm gonna look at it too.
okay.
You said it's humming?
There's a faint there's like a faint hum in the room itself. Like as you walk in, Damien, you get Rowan. I mean, you'll kind of get the same feeling too. Is that there is just a hum of like arcane energy in the room. Just like there's a buildup of it. Not a lot. It's nothing that is necessarily like alarming, but it's kind of like being around. So it's sometimes like being around like a magical device of some sort that is either storing power or a magic item that has a significant amount of power. Like as a natural practitioner, like the pair of you just kind of feel it.
Is it like anything in the room or the chambers or anything? Is it any of it kind of like reminiscent of what we found? I don't
Talking
remember.
about like Phalene's
Yeah,
chamber.
yeah.
And not precisely, but similar. Yes, yeah. Kind of has a very similar feel. But when you look at the chamber there, Rith and Damien, basically it is a tube that is about the glass. There's glass that appears to be quite thick, bands of brass that are kind of reinforcing it, holding everything in place. You take a look around. There does appear to be a latch mechanism that looks like it probably opens one of the panes, and it stands about 9-10 feet tall in total.
Jeez.
Probably
Can I do kind of an
3 or 4 feet
investigation
wide.
on it and see what it kind of is used for, or
Arcana check or
Arcana?
yeah, probably Arcana would be your best bet because it has runes on it that you can read and look at.
Okay. I mean, this won't be great, but when I pop that out, does it not go? Let me back in here.
What were you gonna say, Kelnorin?
You said there's a piece of parchment on the desk.
There is.
I would like to look at it.
Okay. It is what looks to be some hastily scribbled notes. Most of it is in the common tongue or the common script. There is a note at the bottom that is written in a different type of script. It looks similar to. I mean, you guys have seen Draconic. Looks very
Right.
similar to that.
I will use the ring to cast Copperhead Language.
Gotcha. Okay.
Read it.
Let me pull up your sheet and give that to you. There you go.
Yep.
It's labeled Notes and Transformation Chamber. So, sorry. What was the next thing somebody had said?
I was investigating the thing to try and figure out what it was or what it was doing. I got a 13 Arcana, which is not great, but
13. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's. You get the feeling that this. It is a. I mean, it's a chamber that's channeling the magic that is just kind of humming in the room from that coil that's in the corner. That appears to be some kind of energy storage, and this is the device that it's powering. It's hard to say precisely what it's doing.
I will pass this off to Rith and Damien. You two, Rith. You should read this.
I was trying to figure out what this chamber is. It looks like he's drawing power from the area or something, but what did you find?
Well, this might explain what's going on.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let me go ahead and I'll drop it into your folder,
Inventories.
Rith, and then Damien, I can give it to you as well if you want. There you go.
Yes.
Rowan, what were you doing?
Oh, I was just gonna say that he was trying to read the runes a while ago, and you were asking if anybody did.
Okay.
Is this the thing that's like the coil that you're
Mhm.
talking about up here?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up there closer to it.
Okay.
Are you gonna lick it?
No, not this time.
You're gonna poke it with a stick.
I'm gonna look and see if there's a switch.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check or perception, depending on how close you're getting.
I'm not getting very close because
All right, give me a perception then. 27.
27.
Nothing that you can see specifically now, or
Okay.
nothing that looks like a switch to you. A lot of it is. There's a lot of arcane runes and whatnot that are on there. I mean, you have a basic understanding of the arcane script, but some of this is a little bit beyond your comprehension.
Is he trying to drain the power of other draconic bloodlines?
I think he's trying to enhance those with draconic blood.
But the bit at the end here where he's the chosen, is he trying to bring the power into himself?
Yeah, I would think so. So I guess they're climbing into the tube.
I unlatch it.
All right.
And step in.
See, I
Okay,
don't
but-
think that's a good idea, Rith.
What you doing?
I'm taking cover behind this desk.
I say in Draconic, what is necessary to defeat Ski Rod?
I mean, right now there's like 4 people on this list that I'm assuming are
shut the
held in the
door.
dungeons.
Okay.
I rolled it. Sorry.
Okay. Nothing happens immediately in there. I mean, you shut the door. All of the sound of the room outside just kind of dampens down as you're enclosed in. But the chamber is inert at this point.
Well, knock on it. Be like, what are you doing?
I don't think that this is a good idea, Rith. There's some test subjects. You don't need to be one. There's test subjects somewhere here that are still being kept for observation that we can find and talk to.
It's kind of like a for you. That's what you're hearing. But it's more like it's just muting the sound on you.
We're sound like the adults from like Peanuts and stuff.
Yeah.
Wah,
Teacher.
wah, 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 wah.
I just sit down, cross my legs.
Okay.
I'll look for another piece of paper and like
Jeez.
something to write on it with.
Okay. I mean, there are a couple of blank pieces of parchment that were on that table. That was the only one that had any kind of
Okay.
scribbling on it. There is an inkwell and quill that still is wet. The quill's not, but the inkwell is.
I'll cast message. We don't need to do this right now, Rith. There's obviously test subjects somewhere here that we can find.
My message will be: if we turn this on, you might die, and I'll just put that up to the glass.
I open it back up.
Okay.
Step out.
Okay.
I feel he went through this. I'm saying this in Draconic since you can understand.
Okay.
He went through this and survived.
Well,
And
he's
is
not
stronger.
listed as one of the test subjects.
He says he heard the voice in there. The last part. Change as I have been.
How about we see if there are people who have been through the here that we haven't killed yet?
Well, let's try and find this Kevlon or whatever. I mean, they may be upstairs in a body pile, but I mean, Kevlon seems like a minor success before he tried it on himself.
Oh,
I walk
then-
over here and take a look at stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there's a small desk in the corner there. Again, that conduit that appears to be humming with energy.
I mean, I'm not going to be able to figure out how to use this at all. Like, it's so far beyond me. But what are you hoping to gain from this, Rith?
Power.
Unlimited power.
I don't know. Is somebody fairly well versed in the arcane? I'm not.
I will look to Rowan and then to Lilith.
This is beyond me.
I don't know what you're going to get here, Rith. I mean, it's it's not any of our specialties to figure out how this device works. If we want to bring some people in and look at it, fine, but at this point, it's just a humming paperweight.
We can check for others. There was the other hallway still.
There's some people being held for observation, so maybe we can get something out of them, and maybe they'll know a little bit, or at least have seen them operate it, and we can start kind of from there if you're wanting to try this yourself.
True,
Not
but
that I fully agree with that decision either.
the note says they were transporting. They might not even actually hear.
Well, maybe we can find someone else, and we might leave them alive.
Right, we should look and not add them to the pile.
I'm just going to ask if these conversations are in Draconic or calming, because I don't know if I'm supposed to
that's
understand
true.
any of it.
Oh, wait, that's true. I forgot about that.
My part's in common.
I was in Draconic.
So they must have a base relatively close here if they're transporting them back. I
Or
guess
they used the spell the person used and transports them.
maybe in a pinch, but that's not something that they would continually use every day. It's a taxing spell, from my understanding. They could.
I shrug.
They could. It's just not usually the best use.
Oh, you're talking like teleport?
Yeah.
I
mean, maybe if they had a circle, but I didn't see a circle anywhere.
Wait, you said they disappeared in like a puff of smoke?
Yes.
I've seen someone else do that. It was short distance. That type of teleport.
Don't you have to see where you're teleporting to with that?
I have no idea. I just know that like that type of teleport, short distance.
I mean, we can hurry and scatter and look around real quick if we want. But I gotta believe they're gone. Because they weren't going to be able to see much further than the hallway that we were all standing in.
It's a fair point.
I'm confused. What's the plan here? I only hear half a conversation.
Yeah.
Rith wants to use the device because it might make him more powerful, but the note here says it could also potentially kill.
I don't think anyone died.
So...
Just draconic essence drained, which is a scary thing to think about when you're fully draconic.
Can I just offer up something here?
Sure. See the sacrifice?
If you jump in there and gain power because he did it, does that make you any better than him? You're trying to stop him from doing the things that he's doing, but you want to follow what he's doing.
No, you can't have it.
It's funny that fit perfectly.
Skirad using power wrong. Power is not meant to be used the way he uses it.
Power is not inherently good or bad. It's how you use it.
Right, like a tool, right?
Yeah.
It's not the hammer; it's the wielder.
I mean, I can try and jump in there, but I'm probably more likely to be drained and withstand it. I have less draconic ancestry than you do, Rith.
We can keep searching.
Yeah, how about we just search a little bit longer and maybe find somebody or something that tells us, what maybe he was looking for.
All right, let's scour the room then. Should we take a different party over to the other end?
I think we should split up.
I mean,
Wait.
always split the party.
That sounds like a very bad idea.
We've done it every time.
That's how I know it's a bad idea.
You guys have been
Yep.
split into 3 different parties before.
Yeah.
Go back and search Ski Rod's room, Lilith. I'll head back with him.
Okay.
I guess I'll go down the initial hallway that we started down.
Okay.
I will
I don't
search.
feel like we're done in here
Hi,
yet.
Kovac. I'm gonna pass you, man.
Yep. He just waves. Just reading a book.
It better be
Oh,
a good book.
What happened?
I'm gonna search the desk.
What is the room north of the pit that I'm passing?
The room north of the
Yeah,
pit?
this one.
Oh, okay. It is what looks to be storage of some sort. You see a couple of crates with either goods and like dried goods that they might need or use. There are some very old, tattered books that were in there.
Ouch.
So, yep. Man, I'm getting like
You're pretty choppy there.
I'm getting Dr.
And,
Yeah,
and
Roboto.
you're
very
pretty
robotic, yeah.
Yeah.
It
But
might be your internet.
that goes the same way too.
Yeah, because it just kicked me off Foundry and then I'm back in now because I tried to
some
roll and
better.
it wouldn't let me.
There we go.
There we
Yeah,
go.
it's back up now.
I helped
Yay.
search this room with him.
You helped kick things over. Ah,
Yeah.
search like a true barbarian. Who is this here? That's moving around with me.
That's
It is
Kelnoran's gone.
Kelnor.
Lauren?
Yeah.
Just me.
Do you want
So
me
I'm
to
searching the
disguise
desk.
myself and
I'm
walk down there?
I'm sorry, what?
Well, do you want me to disguise myself as like Ski Rod and walk down there, or do you think that there's not any more enemies? I mean, we've killed a few in this hallway, so I can't imagine there's a lot.
No, let's just take it quiet
Okay.
and be ready. Just
Just in case. Okay.
I'll grow
Oh.
bored. Back in here.
I will roll a stealth.
All right, go ahead and roll stealth for the pair of you.
Yeah,
Won't be great for me.
24.
Really not great when I roll a 1.
I mean, technically, you can't really run a. As I say, it's a 13.
Yay!
The spell does a lot to mask your flub, basically. So,
I kicked a bucket and tripped
No!
over a body.
All right.
all right. So the pair of you are making your way down. Go
Yeah.
ahead and stop wherever you want, and then I will find out.
Stop here at that
Initiate combat. No,
jump.
I'm staying like 5-10 feet behind.
Okay.
him.
So
I don't
Lilith,
wanna-
you're checking the desk. Rowan,
Yep.
were you doing anything in the room?
I don't know if anybody did or not, but I was gonna like just try to thoroughly search the 2 desks and table or whatever there.
Okay.
This and this. I don't know if this
Okay.
the one in the middle has drawers or not or anything, but
No, it looks like it's mainly just a drafting table of sorts. But the one in the corner looks like it is like a old apothecary style desk, so it's got like a lot of just little individual drawers. Doesn't look like it's being used for like apothecary type purposes, but there are little drawers that are in there. There's some drawers on the side, but it does look like it's a very old piece of furniture. So you can go ahead and give me an investigation check. Lilith, you can give me one too. All right, so
19.
19. All right, you go searching through here. Lilith, what you will find... there are a couple
Hey,
of
Ben, are you okay?
very
Hey, Ben,
dull crystals.
you
Like
just-
crystals that
just
look
a
like
little
they've
bit.
lost whatever
Can't do nothing.
luster they might have had. And
Even done.
you do find 3 potions that were in the drawers. Very similar-ish to the larger healing potions that you guys use. As well as a couple small bags of coins. But no other parchments or anything like that. I mean, you do see some like blank parchment, but nothing that has any kind of writing on it.
Got it.
Rowan, as you're looking through, there is in one of the drawers you find a folded up piece of parchment that when you unfold it, it looks like it has a circular drawing with some symbols on it, and then Draconic script.
I'll try to decipher the circular draw. I don't. Does it look like runes, like runic drawing, or like the circular
It's a
part?
drawing of sorts.
Oh, like or like maybe more like a diagram of something.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Give me a perception check
Oh,
if you're looking at it. $16. Yeah, looks like a diagram of the table that's in the corner where Riss sat. So, the drawing is very similar to the symbol that you saw on top of there. Rith, what were you doing?
I was in with Lilith for like a brief moment, got bored, and walked back in here, and I don't know. I'm just looking around in here.
Okay.
Seeing if there's anything else that kind of pops out.
Okay. So, I mean, you can give me a perception check if you'd like.
Sure.
If you're meandering about.
Oh, right.
You're kind of singularly focused at the moment.
Yeah, I probably keep glancing at the letter.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give him the whatever it I have because I can't read it anyway.
Okay.
Found this. Hands it over.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it looks the diagram drawing looks very similar-ish to the table you were just standing by. Takes you a moment to kind of recognize it, just because you're a little preoccupied. But the Draconic script on there seems to be more of instructions on how to operate the table.
I will read it out loud to Rowan in common.
Okay.
Oh,
So, yeah, basically it says that there are it tells you that there are 2 different dials that are on there. One that is the Draconic word that's in there is more like infuse or enhance, and then the other one is drain. And it does show you how to potentially turn the chamber on as well. Looks like there's a couple of not necessarily like incantations, but a few words that need to be spoken in arcane language or an arcane way. As you're reading it out, Rowan, I mean, it makes sense to you.
Don't
You
forget
can
to
give-
light the candles. Turn on very white. Otherwise,
Yeah, that's right. Just give me a quick Arcana check, Rowan. Just yeah, I mean, you feel like you probably could do it. Doesn't seem too hard.
Rith just looks at Rowan. After he finishes reading it.
You're looking at the wrong fella.
Not understand?
I understand. I just don't agree with it.
they'll do. Look,
Agree or not, my choice.
But you can't be in there and turn it on yourself. I'm not
True.
telling you you can't. I'm just saying I'm not going to do it.
Why?
'Cause I don't think. I think if you do it, it doesn't make you any. It makes you go down the same path he's taking. And you're better than him. That's just my opinion.
But
Like-
doesn't necessarily mean I would go down the same path he leads.
I mean,
I would not.
But it would be the same thing as I'm trying to find my sister. The people that took my sister are taking power from little kids to get stronger. I'm not taking power from little kids to get stronger to meet their power. It's the same.
But nobody else but me could be harmed here. So, not the same. I'm not sacrificing you. I'm not sacrificing a child. He killed my mentor. Who was stronger. He manhandled Damien like he was a twig. He has threatened my family. He has threatened Lilith and Kovac. I will do what I need to do to protect you and Kerr and Damien.
What if I don't want protection like that?
Then we disagree.
Yeah. I'll find Damien for you.
All right. So you take off to go find Damien.
Yeah.
All right. Damien and Kelnoran. You guys come to the corner there. Yeah, you look down. There is a door that is shut down there.
Okay. I'm not exactly skilled like Lilith, so just in case.
Should I stay back here? Is that what you're telling me?
That is exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, I'll hide. Just peering around the corner slightly.
Alright, I will check the door for a trap.
All right. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Normal disadvantage since I'm not trained or
Yes.
anything.
You have proficiency with its
I
investigation.
am proficient with investigation. Yep.
Okay. Your DC is just going to be higher since you're not proficient, but
Okay.
or you're
Question.
not. Yeah.
Does failure on this work the same as perception? Could I choose my
Nope.
passive?
not for active searching.
Dang, my passive is pretty good for
I would believe you.
20. That is
20.
exactly my passive.
Wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, you don't see anything on this. It's a very. This door is different from the rest of them because it's a little like it's a wooden door, but it's not in the best of shape. Looks old, deteriorated. Some of the wood panels appear to have rotted a little bit, but it does not appear to be trapped to your knowledge.
I'll check to see if it's locked.
Kind of jiggle the handle. It's got that loose doorknob feel, where you're trying to turn it, and then you manage to get it to click. It's not locked.
Open the door.
Okay.
Man, that's a big room.
Death.
It is a big room.
You open the door. So you are standing on a ledge, basically. You look down. This is a dirt pit with wooden walls that go up about. The pit goes down about 20 feet. It is kind of dug out. There are bits and pieces where it looks like there's rubble from there's like stone and dirt that have kind of collapsed down to the ground. When you look up, you can't exactly see the top of the room with the torches without dark vision for yourself there, Keldoran. Damien, when you look up, you can see that there is indeed a top about 50-ish feet or so. But yes, this is a very big room. It is dimly illuminated. You guys can see that there are similar conductors of like arcane power where they're moving from just little intermittent like jolts of energy, very very faint, not definitely not the same like intensity as the other room, but and Damien, you barely even feel anything from this distance. Like it is.
Is a
Is this? So I seem to remember them trying to revive a Dracolich here. Is this like the pit of a Dracolich? Is that what I'm kind of looking at?
I don't
Like
I
the
don't-
remains of one?
I don't know. I was wondering if like you need a dragon to get that chamber in the other room to work. That like they use this room and
They
whatever those are.
they may be pulling power from like a Dracolich corpse underground here. But you got to remember when it comes to Dracula, and I'm not super well versed in this. I think to be resurrected, they have to have another dragon. I don't know.
Hmm.
I think at the very least we should probably shut this down. Right?
Yeah. I think Rith wants to use it though.
I mean, there's no telling what could happen if he uses it. He could literally become possessed by the Dracolich that's buried here. I seem to remember that. Tell me if I'm wrong. There was a Dracolich that was buried here a long time ago or something like that.
Well, what you were told is that this was a chamber that they used to create Dracoliches.
Okay.
So not necessarily one that you would think would potentially be buried here necessarily. I mean, could be. Who knows? But that this was more of one of their chambers where they conducted their rituals to create Dracoliches.
So is there like a mist in there? Oh, I'm gonna regret this. I'll walk in.
So you'll have to get down because it's about a 20-foot drop.
Can I not walk in?
I will.
Should be
I
able
will
to.
help.
Oh,
Unless it's-
I have ruler on. Sorry, I was moving my screen around, so
Okay.
I put on ruler. There we go.
Okay. So you said you were helping him down with
Yeah.
rope? Okay. Simple enough.
All right, I'm gonna try and see where, because these, I'm assuming all these runes or something along the outside are drawing energy from the middle. Maybe I don't know. Try and investigate kind of what this mist is before I step into it. I really don't
Okay.
want to like be strangled, but
How would you like to check it?
both are horrible. So let's go. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Do you know what's going on here? Looking back at Kelnoran.
Just shaking his head no.
Okay. Yeah, I will. You know what? I'll take like a little morsel of food out of my bag and I'll kind of toss it into the mist and see if it like disintegrates it.
No.
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 Okay. Well, at least it's
That
not.
one episode of Doctor Who.
Well, I wasn't thinking that, but yes. Well, I was worried about it being like an acid mist. So I'll walk up and kind of put half of a hand into it and see if it hurts.
Okay. Go ahead and give me insight or perception check.
Probably insight's the best one I got.
16. Okay.
Terrible.
It doesn't hurt. It's there is just like a lingering sensation. Like you just get the feeling that this room has seen a lot of death magic. This is just you get the overwhelming feeling of necromantic energies here. They're not impacting you in any way, shape, or form. It's just this seems like residual that's been left over. Not sure what's caused it to be here. I mean, it could be maybe that then they were talking about the fact that maybe they've been trying to activate certain things that could have done it. Maybe it's always been this way. Maybe the activation of the conduit in the other room has triggered something. You're not really sure. But this is lingering necrotic energy. It's not harmful as far as when you sweep your hand through it. you're not sure what would happen if you like stepped
Breathed
in and
it, yeah.
stood there, breathed it, took it in naturally. But
I don't feel super comfortable in this area. It feels very necrotic, like they've raised a bunch of undead here.
and that queasy feeling you get, that little subtle feeling you had outside is much stronger right here.
And
There's something very unnatural about this place.
okay then, good. I'll help you out.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really want to go anywhere down here. I would feel more comfortable like blowing it up than anything else, to be honest with you.
That is understandable. Let's
Well, there's one more alleyway down the way. Maybe they have some prisoners or something down there.
yes. I'm about to actually suggest that.
Okay. Well, let's head that way then. Oh gosh. People.
I was just waiting to be told I actually made it this far.
Back then.
I mean, with them sneaking and moving about quietly, you probably enter the hallway as they are turning down. So you would have entered the door back here, right there. Yeah, as they come out and turn right and go down.
Guys,
Hi. Scary room over there. It's like a resurrection chamber. There's a bunch of necrotic energy floating around. That might be what the machine is drawing power from. I can't really tell. Either way, yeah, I think we need to destroy that before we leave.
oh, Rith needs your help with it.
What do you need my help with, Rith?
With the big room?
I'm walking away now.
You're walking away now, okay? And Rith was right behind you. You're muted.
There you go. I still believe this is a path to take.
I mean, who's to say you go into that chamber and you're not fighting against the mind of a Dracolich to take over your body?
The others that went through it, one did not swear to Asgroth, and his essence was drained, which tells me that they still maintain their minds.
I don't know. It's a pretty big concern. I can't help but feel like Ski Rod wanted us to be here. And then left us with it. That worries me. Because if he wants us to be here, what does he want us to do here?
I don't know that Ski Rod wanted us here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. I'm pretty positive. He literally told us to come find him in the King's Forest. Remember?
True.
But then you really got to think about, well, if he wants us here, what does he want us to do here? It wasn't challenge him because he ran. Could all be just a trick to gain control of you or me or anyone and everyone.
Then why not just take you?
He
here
doesn't want me, he
after
wants you.
He no longer
Just
wants
walk
me.
past
For me, there's no denying that he wants us here. And I don't know why he wants us here. And I feel like that chamber might be one of the reasons that he wants us here. And if we go into it, we might be playing right into his hand. I'm worried about that.
What are you guys talking about?
Kirod keeps saying that he has ascended beyond us. I fear he is stronger than we are.
I mean, do you still have the letter from Mono?
Yes.
If not, I do. But here at the bottom of it, come join me.
Correct.
Where the
and
dragons of the old forest fell. You know how to get in.
Mm,
He wants us here for some reason.
he wanted me to join him, and I rejected.
And you think that going into that chamber and going through the same process he went through is not joining him. I'll help you do whatever you want. I just want to make sure that you think this through.
I think you're going to a dragon or something dragon to get it to work, though.
I think you might have to sacrifice a dragon to get it. Not a dragon, but a draconic.
Right, like the things we killed.
Yeah.
Which
He didn't have dragons here. Did
He
he?
has draconic
not
ancestries, kobolds, and
not
other
a
draconic.
dragon thing right behind you.
Yeah, there's drakes and stuff all over the ground around here.
But if a dragon is needed, I can sort of, kind of summon a dragon-ish thing.
I don't think we need any more draconic stuff around here.
Want to be supportive. It's personally, the price of revenge.
Look, Rith, I'll do whatever you want, Rith. I'm all for it, but I want you to make sure that we're not falling into right what he wants from you. And I kind of feel like we're starting to.
Well, I rolled an even higher conviction for this. So.
It's fine.
I am.
There's a good chance I'll screw it up anyways.
I
have horrible arcana.
I am convinced this is the true path. And maybe wrong. Maybe wrong. But sometimes it takes power to beat power.
Well, at least help me explore the other end of this hallway, and then I'll go back and help you in whatever way I can.
Fair enough. I will walk.
Can we at
Was-
least agree
was-
that we need to
was-
destroy this afterwards?
Yes.
All right.
Question.
Mhm.
Was this all in Draconic or Common? This whole conversation.
I was all in Draconic.
So just my half.
I mean, I guess
what do
if
we-
you walked up, I probably would have switched to Common. So you probably would have
Okay.
caught the latter half of it.
I think it's funnier for everyone to be.
I'd be like, nah.
I see a door open.
There is a door open there, yeah. So
I will walk
let's-
to it and then walk in.
Looks like it's another set of rooms. 8 beds in there, 4 bunks.
I will walk back out.
There a door to the left there?
There
Yep.
is.
Oh.
I'll check it.
All right.
Ooh.
I don't think
Fancy.
it's trapped in any way. Pretty confident.
Okay. Is it locked?
Doesn't
Ooh,
feel
there's a
like
chest over here.
Ooh,
Chest in a bedroom over here.
I open it.
You open that room with, and it appears to you see some blacksmithing materials, like a trough of water, grinding stone, a workbench. Not like a forge of any kind, but definitely a place where someone could do some like sharpening, basic work.
I'll step back out.
Did I hear you say chest, Damien?
Yeah, there's a chest back over here. I'll be scouring the rest of the room. I'm not going to touch the chest, but the rest of the room I'll kind of scour through.
I will
See if
check
there's any
this door for risk.
start over
I
here.
am gonna check this
Investigating?
for traps.
Are you investigating it there, Kalnorin? Or are you just
Yes.
okay?
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah. 24.
You are very certain that this is not trapped. I mean, this
We'll
is
open it.
this
If
is
it's-
easy. Yeah, it just opens too. It's so easy.
That's right.
I don't see what Lilith has issues with.
Me neither. That's why I questioned her loyalty.
All right. So come into this room. There is what looks to be a couple of essentially almost like torture devices. There's like a rack to the side of the wall. There what looks to be like a single person freestanding shell. I can use words. I can speak.
Sometimes they're tough. I understand.
Yeah. Freestanding cell, presently empty. There are dark marks on some of them that resemble dried blood, old blood. There are some bits and pieces of cloth here and there that look like they've been kind of torn away or ripped. And there is what looks to be a ledger off to the side on that little pedestal.
Oh, okay. I'll head over there.
Okay. Take a look at it. It is written in common.
Okay.
It, as you pen through it, go ahead and just give me investigation check. 20. Okay. So you start cycling through it. It details things that are received and leaving from the premise here. You get like there are supplies that come in. You'll see something like a shipment of 50 rations arrived, a shipment of leather harnesses arrived, shipment of just different types of materials for whatever they might need. Doesn't say exactly where it's coming from,
Okay.
but it is being shipped to here. And then you will see lists of names of individuals that are, you're not sure if they're coming into here or just coming into the premises, but a few of the names you do recognize from the
list.
note that you read earlier. Yeah. However, there's only like the 3 that they said were successes. You don't see an indication of them that they were leaving. At least most of them say, body packaged up and shipped out. Body packaged up and shipped out. Body dumped down the, down the pit. Person, a couple of other indicate, person recruited for, and it gives a name of a bandit group. I have the names down here somewhere, but Rith would know who they are. But yeah, the three names that were indicated to potentially have been successes in some way or survived, you don't see an indication of them physically leaving.
Okay.
Everything else that you see in here indicates some physical form of leaving.
Okay. I'll pass the ledger off to Rith.
Okay.
So I'm a little perplexed as to why this comings and goings for not only supplies but their torture cases is in here. But there's no indication of the successes leaving. So
They probably dead.
yeah.
I scowl when I see the bandits
Mm-hmm.
name. I'll tuck the book away for now.
All right.
You wanna try the tube now?
Let's go search bodies first.
Okay.
So Lilith, you open the chest after
I am
checking
after
for traps.
checking. Yep.
Another 26. Yeah, you don't think it's trapped.
Okay, I'll open it.
Okay. You open it up. It seems like it's a footlocker that probably stored a lot of like excess linens, things like that. Go ahead and give me an investigation check as you're rooting through it.
I'm just tossing the rest of the room, trying to see if there's anything important.
13.
13.
Realizing that it's probably...
Yeah, it looks like mainly this chest itself was holding excess linens for the 8 beds that were in here. Some extra blankets here and there, but nothing else of any interest to you.
Okay, I'm done with it then.
All right.
Nothing. Alright, well, sorry. Sorry to waste your time,
Uh,
Lilith.
Yeah,
I got intrigued by a chest.
it was worth it.
What'd you guys find in the far room?
A ledger of everything coming and going. Well, like supplies and stuff, and the listings of like failures. But Rith and I think the successes are still here in one of the corpses.
How many successes were there?
One
Three?
success and one partial, I think. Check. Let me read the note.
One.
Yeah, one besides potentially Ski Rod, which is not notated as a success, but he does praise it at the end.
So one of these guys.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
We should look for maybe journals in the different sleeping areas. there was like a library. Maybe
Agreed.
the guy we were that worked on was kind enough to leave us some. I feel like I'm changing for the better and or worse notes.
I don't think we're gonna get that lucky, but maybe.
Yeah, I didn't find anything but these crystals in the room Ski Rod was in before he disappeared.
Okay.
And some potions and some coins, but these crystals are the kind of odd thing.
Can
I don't know what they.
Can I see them?
Yeah, I'll hand them to Kelnorn.
Do they look like anything I would recognize?
Give me an investigation.
Oh yeah, 19.
19. Okay. They're unnaturally dull. They don't look like almost like a natural crystal that you would be familiar with itself.
Right.
It feels like more than likely probably a component of sorts
Okay.
that has been either used and exhausted, is what it
But-
feels like.
No type of component that I recognize.
Trying to remember. I don't think you were. No. I don't think you were in the room when they did the thing at the chamber. I think that was Rowan and Kovac at Phalene's. So,
Right.
yeah. No.
Okay, I don't no idea what this is, but it looks like it's been drained. I guess is the best way
Okay.
to put it.
I'll. Where's Rowan?
No idea.
I point back that way somewhere.
I'm going to.
Are we gonna toss these bodies and throw them down the pit, or we? I really don't recommend them taking them into the necrotic room over there, but
I was going to start looking to see if they have anything on them first. And then, yes, we can toss in the hole.
well,
Well,
didn't they
see,
say
the
toss some bodies down the hole?
They
See,
said they
the-
tossed some.
reason I was asking about the successes is there's 3 drakes here. So if there were 3 successes, maybe that's what they turned into.
I only see one
if-
success.
if it
Potentially a
was-
half of another.
If that was true, then Ski Rod would have turned into them. He was a success.
It's a valid point.
Yeah. I didn't see the thing you guys had, so.
I
I show her the note.
misremembered.
Draconic.
Yep. No. Okay. I've seen it now. Still can't read it. Thanks, though.
All right, I'm going to head out to the library.
I'll
okay.
start searching these bodies and then dragging them down the hole.
Like Plucky Duck.
I'll probably I'll probably just strip them and throw their stuff off in a pile.
Okay, so you're just taking everything you can.
Everything off of them, and then
Okay.
tossing them.
Just leaving like their small clothes on,
Yeah, I
whatnot,
believe
and-
there's. Yep.
Okay.
The
So-
skivvies.
Yeah, basically armor or anything that they might be wearing is coming off, and then just dragging the. Basically.
And while he's
just-
piling it up, I'll go through and look at everything.
Okay.
See if there's salvageable parts, things.
Okay. Go ahead and just give me an investigation check for that.
18.
Okay. Yeah, there are still some decent things that are in here. A few things that might need some repairs, but probably still could fetch a decent price. I mean, there are
All weapons and everything I'll I'll let
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Rith have.
So basically, I mean, you find a few gold pieces on people here and there, totaling about 200 between all of them. You find some intact segments of rope. 4 or 5 of them. 5 of them. All 50-foot segments. You do find some basic rations if you want to take anything like that. And then also, like I said, you do find weapons and armor. With your investigation, there is one weapon that looks to be of nicer quality than the rest. It's the solitary longsword in the group. The rest are short swords and daggers. So you got like 6 short swords, 6 daggers. And then there's a longsword that looks a bit nicer. As you're kind of going through, the hilt is a little bit more finely made. So just kind of catches your eye. There are some
Hey,
short
Rowan.
arrows as well.
Yelling that down the hallway.
Yep. Well, we're there by where I'm there by where he's piling stuff up, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it'd be close to here as I drag them in and throw them.
I feel like we should look in this hole and before we throw everything in, though. Can I see the bottom of it?
Your dark vision is 60.
60.
No.
It's deep.
Yeah.
Is it bottomless?
I mean, I could try and throw a spell down it, but I don't know if it's going to go much further than 60 feet. And I could try.
There's a sconce. Are these just burning torches?
Some of them are just torches on the wall, yeah.
I'll take one.
Okay.
Drop it down.
Okay.
Is it a lit torch?
If not, I can thaumaturgy it. I think that'll light.
There are some lit torches on the hallway, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I grab.
All right, so you drop it.
Yep.
Yeah, it continues down. Give me a perception check. Whoever's watching.
Gosh. I'll
Okay.
do it, but I know it ain't going to be good.
First check.
Okay.
21.
21, 20, 12. All right. Damien, you think that the depth is probably anywhere from, like, you think 75 to 100 feet. Kelnorn and Rith, you guys feel more confident that probably not much past 60 feet, maybe 70.
All right. Can we see anything with the light of the torch down there?
You do see some forms. It's kind of, I mean, as the torch hits the ground, it's hard to make out a lot, but there are some
Right.
things that are down there, not moving.
Okay.
It didn't like hit a puddle of water and put itself
Nope.
out, did it? Okay. I don't know. That's pretty far down. Do we want to go down there?
I've got a terrible idea.
Hmm.
I have 5 50-foot sections of rope here. I could tie myself up with one, and you could lower me down, and I could see what's down there.
I have, if that's necessary, we can. But if we're willing to just let me slightly dangle in, if someone's willing to hold my feet, I have a spell that will reach down there. They'll make it brighter.
Okay,
I
I like that better.
right? With my height, I should be able to have it within range.
If you can extend your arm, yeah.
All right, I'll hold them.
Right. Uh-oh. Yep, I will cast Control Flame and make the flames bigger and brighter.
Okay. All right. So you cast it. You do see what looks to be because as you're looking down there, the shaft continues down for about 60 feet, and then it just kind of opens near the bottom a little bit wider. It looks like you can
Okay.
kind of see in the edges a little bit with the light that the light continues out past. If it was just a regular shaft, it opens up into either a natural cave or some kind of bigger room. Not quite sure, but based off of the terrain of the floor, you would assume it's natural or partially modified. But when you look down there, you do see a couple of desiccated or decayed bodies.
Okay.
6, 7.
Okay.
It's hard to tell what they are from this distance, but
Right. Well, there's a slightly smaller, like there's like a chamber down there, and 7 bodies.
I'll pull them back up.
That's what I see down there.
Hmm.
Kind of like in yet. As one powerful, smart person said, and blah, 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 blah.
Hmm. I could go down and look.
At the corpses. I don't.
I'm the lightest one.
Right. I honestly don't think there's
I don't
Anything
anything
else?
of him.
if Ski Rod threw bodies down, I'm not sure that it's important either.
And with the negative, like necromantic energy of the area, I wouldn't want to risk those things actually still being active.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Let's just throw the bodies down.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll go
I
back
just
over to the
start
pile.
checking the bodies.
all right.
All right. Now head into the library.
So, Rowan, you said you walked in after the call. All right. So yeah, Lilith, you call, and after you guys are finished, finish kind of searching around, you turn around and there's Rowan.
Rowan,
Yeah.
There's these crystals, and I didn't know if you might know what they are used for. Kelnorn didn't, but that I found them in. I found them in that room Ski Rod was in. I gave him the crystals.
Okay. You can do a investigation or history check. $19. Okay. I mean, obviously, it looks different than the ones that were in the chamber that you and Kovac ended up destroying, but it has a similar feeling, like something that's meant to store or hold magical energy. These ones have been exhausted, like they're worthless at this point. You feel like, but they did hold something at one point.
It held some kind of energy, but they're empty now.
Okay. And there's this longsword that Rith just tossed over here in the pile. It looks nicer than the others, than all the other weapons. Figured to have you look at it.
Yep, looks nice.
Like that was the quickest identification casting ever.
All right. So there's a nice longsword.
Maybe we should save that for another time.
Okay. Here, Rith.
Very sorry.
All right. So you guys managed to go through, like I said, find about 200 coins, 200 gold coins. There are some rations you guys could take if you want. Rope, armor, weapons. Investigate the hole. All right. What would you guys like to do next?
Does anyone need a potion? Well, I've got these 3 potions. We can wait for another time for those 2. Are we heading out, I guess?
Well, I would like
Are we
to
done
find
here?
out if there's anything useful in here. With all these books, it'd be really helpful if Kovacs were looking around. He's kind of into this stuff. Dang,
Yeah.
you know, busy down that hallway.
Yep. Real busy.
So
Chests
I'm
in
gonna...
here. Can I keep walking?
I'm following him. Oh gosh, there's a person.
All right. So you want Kovac to take a look in the room with you?
I was joking, but yeah, like I would appreciate his assistance in searching this room.
All right. You can go ahead and do an investigation advantage then. That is
Oh man!
amazing.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I've only seen that happen to me before. It's very interesting to be on the opposite side of that. That's
The response you get is, looks like books.
Yeah. Looks like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
They're pretty old, badly decayed for a lot of them. Difficult to make out if there's anything worthwhile.
Okay, they don't seem very important.
Wow.
All right, I will walk down to wherever. I guess the big room, because I'm assuming Rith is heading to get in the tube.
Okay.
Head that way.
Rith, were you heading that way with Damien?
Yeah, I'm here. I hand Damien
I
the
would
note
follow.
about the activation thing over here.
Okay.
Jeez. Okay, I'll read it. It's not gonna.
Is that a chest in this room?
Where?
Right
There?
south of me? Yeah.
It is a chest of sorts. Yes. Yep. It's like a foot locker.
Okay.
You should open it while completely by yourself.
Yep. I'm checking
There-
it for traps first.
There's no way it's a mimic.
Couldn't
You know,
possibly be a
mimics
mimic.
mimics can mimic corpses.
True. And gazebos.
Yeah.
Gazebos, yes. It's a gazebo. It's a fucking gazebo, Steve.
21.
21. Nothing. No traps that you notice anyhow.
Okay. I'm gonna open it.
Okay. You open it up, and it holds what looks to be oddly sized, like barding for some kind of animal or drakes. So you have harnesses and leads and things like that. But nothing else of interest for you necessarily. But looks
Gotcha.
like a lot of
Is this
barding.
all like hay?
Yep.
Okay.
It doesn't smell very nice in here.
Yep. She's leaving.
Hey, Rith, there's a fairly deep sized room just on the other side of that wall with more of these power things. I'm not certain, but I think we're going to need a dragon of some sort in there to not power, but unwillingly offer its abilities put into somebody in the tube.
So I have the note. What does the note say?
It is essentially a diagram on how to work that table in the lower right corner.
Okay. Well, try and figure out how to work the table.
All right,
Does it
investigation.
talk about a power? This isn't gonna go well. Does it talk about a power source or needing anything from it? But we'll just do the investigation.
Yeah,
Mmm.
it's a good day
Perfect.
for investigation.
Oh, sorry. If you're using the paper, you should have advantage on it. Is what I was going to tell you as well. So,
still don't think it's gonna be good, but we'll roll it again.
Almost.
all right. It is.
This is not a skill-based character.
It's hard to follow. Like it takes you some time. Although you somewhat understand how arcane stuff works through symbols and some kind of scripts occasionally, This is written in a level that's not necessarily beyond your understanding, but it's hard. It's probably gonna take you a little while to figure it out, because there are some. It talks about how to power it up, and there is several motions or incantations that you need to go through in order to do it. But you need to make sure, of course, that you're getting all the syllables and emphasized in the right place.
Ugh,
Uh,
I've never seen these spells before, Rith. I don't know
it does
how to
indicate though that
perform them.
to make sure that the chamber does have a sufficient power source, and it does give an indication that there are crystals or make sure that there is a crystal power source in it.
I need crystal power sources. Do we have any of that? I don't even know what they look like.
I'm going to go with Chris. Oh, Lilith has two. They're been drained of energy, so we know what to look for. Sort of.
Okay, I guess I'll search around the room to see if there's any more, but I doubt it.
I will assist.
All right.
Should have been the other way. You
Yes,
want a
it should've.
perception or?
You can do perception or investigation. It just depends on how.
Those are both horrible. Let's
Do you
do an
want
investigation.
me to roll?
I do, but I started looking, so. How about we each roll?
Sure.
There we go.
All right. So a solitary roll from you guys.
Investigation, you said?
I'm
Or
doing
perception.
investigation.
Or perception? I'm going to go with that one. That's the one I'm good at.
I'm not good at either of those. Actually, a 14 is pretty darn good for me.
17.
17 and 14. Okay. All right. So Damien, you spend a few minutes going through, looking through all the different things that are here, searching through that desk in the corner again, searching on the table, under the table, around around every little nook and cranny you can find. You don't notice anything yourself. Kelnorn, you're just kind of standing in the middle of the room, just kind of looking from place to place, or as he's going around opening up drawers, just kind of looking over his shoulder, because you're so much taller than him. It's not really all that hard anyhow, But as you guys are finishing up watching, or he's looking around the chamber itself, there is crystal presently in it.
In it? Does that particular crystal look drained, or like the ones that Lilith
Looks
has?
a little bit
or,
more looks a bit more lustrous.
I'll point it out. I think it already has a functioning crystal.
In it? Oh, okay.
And I'll point it.
That's good. That's one of what we need from what I'm reading here, but okay. These incantations though, they're a little bit more advanced, and I don't want to screw it up with you in there, Rith.
You should get Rowan's help.
Rowan was not pleased with my choice.
I can understand that, but
You could try convincing him, but I could not.
I mean, I can certainly try them, but I'm not even sure how to pronounce this, and it's a little bit scary when I haven't read something of this pronunciation before to try and cast a spell.
I have a few more scrolls of tongues, if that helps.
I don't think it's a matter of. I understand the language. It's not really a. It's not really a. It's a matter of dialect, and this is written in a very ancient Draconic. I'm willing to try if you are, Rith, but this seems very dangerous to me.
Whole thing is dangerous.
I know.
It's dual use as far as I'm concerned. Not the sword that kills people. It's the guy with the sword killing people.
I mean,
So
there's a
you have
lot of
my
bodies at the
support.
bottom of that pit.
Yeah, but they might not all be put there because of that.
I will
Still,
tend to agree with you, but I think a few of them are.
still feel this is the right course.
And we use it, and whether it works or doesn't, destroy it, as Damien would prefer, and then we continue the pursuit. Yes.
Agreed.
Okay.
All
Very
right.
reluctant, but if you want it, jump
I
in
wish-
and we'll give it a whirl.
Wish I had guidance. I don't, so I'll just like massage your shoulders and be like, you've got this. You can do it.
Oof.
Super convincing and everything.
You sure that doesn't mean you wish you had inspiration?
Inspiration would help too, yeah.
Rowan, what were you doing at this point?
Standing.
Okay. Well, I'd seen you down by the doors, so
I was
didn't
just
know if
kind of
you-
looking in, you know.
Okay. So, I mean, unless you're wanting anything extra, I mean, what I told everybody else that they saw is what you saw. So. All right. So, Rith, are you hopping into the chamber?
Yep.
All
I
right.
rolled again. I was still convinced.
All right. All right. So, Damien.
Yeah, I don't feel super confident about this. Both as my character and as myself. But it would be very fitting if I killed you in this campaign because you killed me in
You
the
know,
other
right?
That would be interesting.
one.
Rob Schneider once said, "You can do it."
That's
Yep.
true. He did. And then he also said, all
Rip
night
is
long.
True.
All right. So,
All right,
Damien,
I want to. Yeah, okay, here we go.
go ahead and give me an Arcana check at advantage. You're using the paper.
This is
Don't
not
roll
going
two
to
ones
go
like
well.
I just
This
did.
is not going to go well, guys. Oh my god, I rolled
Oh,
that.
That's
look
really
at that.
Literally the
Look
best I
at
can do.
that.
woo.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Uh,
as
So
you start
Rith turns into
going,
Captain America.
Aha! I was going to post a picture of that.
as you start going through the process of turning this on, using the incantations that are indicated, you just kind of do what sorcerers do, and you just let it flow. You don't really think too hard about the process. Your magic isn't learned anyhow. In most part, it's innate. It's
the
just
way I feel.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just pull on that innate presence, and the words just start to come. And next thing you know, there's power coming from the conduit in the corner that just arcs down into the table, flows across some runes that you didn't see previously, but they just start to light up as they go from the table to the chamber itself. Around the edge of the chamber, the runes start to power up. The machine is active, and then there are two, basically two commands that you can give it. You have the empower, enhance, or drain.
I will go empower enhance.
Okay. So you utter the words, and space out the runes as necessary. The chamber does hum. The crystal that's at the base of it flashes, very, very briefly. Not incredibly bright, but whatever power is left in it seems to flow into the tube, and the inside just hums to life. Rith, you kind of hear it building in a cascade of energy as it just fills and just starts to get a little bit louder inside. It starts to feel warm, like you just had a couple of glasses of mead on a cold day. It's gotten into your belly. It's warmed you up a little bit, and then you go back to your bedroll. You kind of curl up inside of your bedroll and get all nice and warm by the fire, and it's a very comfortable, warm feeling. And the chamber for you goes dark as the energy builds up, the light builds up, and then just flashes out. And you're left in the dark for a moment. And then slowly, little pinpricks of light start to appear all around you. Far off in the distance, though. Not where they should be, based on the edge of the chamber. Go ahead and give me... give me a wisdom save.
Rith or me?
Rith.
I figured.
14. Okay. So as you're flowing into this, this energy is flowing. You feel it try to pull you in a direction. Except you do feel something else very slight tugging at you. This other pull gets stronger for a moment, but it feels wrong to you. And you direct yourself in the other way, towards the whisper, more or less, instead of the cascading sound that's over here. The allure just feels too convenient for you. Playing doesn't feel like it's something that you would want. It's too easy. This other one, it doesn't feel wrong, but it feels like there's a challenge there. Something that is rising up to meet you, as opposed to just everything being thrown at you. And as you go down this path, it's like so the lights start to fill up the sky, much like a starry night, but no moon of any kind. And then you are just surrounded by this midnight blue sky with little twinkling lights here and there. Doesn't look like the stars that you've seen necessarily on the nights, but they do fill the sky. And you hear a voice that it comes from nowhere and everywhere. Says, "You come before the World Shaper. What is it you want?
Strength. To prove myself. Then a challenge.
Strength, power. These traits you already have, though not those of a true dragon. You have the blood of dragons in you. Challenge. That I can offer. Do you have the will? Can you shape your own destiny?
I have been shaping my own destiny. Yes.
Prove your strength. Your will. Prove you are capable. That you can succeed on your own power. And the landscape is still bare, aside from the midnight blue sky, the stars. And then you can kind of sense that there is a star, or almost like this section of the sky that seems to be moving. And in the void, the stars start to swirl around each other. Brilliant flashes of light as they start to collide, and then from this sparkling void, a light approaches, growing brighter and brighter, and a form begins to distinguish itself and lands with a heavy thud. The wings flail out, unfurl, and before you stands this massive form of almost what looks to be like an astral dragon. A dragon made up of this midnight blue sky and stars. And it just lands, plants all four, and just roars in your direction.
I roar back.
Okay. It starts to run towards you.
I rage and run towards it.
Okay. You don't... As you start to notice, you yourself, as you even look, are the same as this dragon. You have no form except that which you can imagine yourself seeing. You are this midnight blue sky and stars that just make up your form as well. And you start to run towards it.
I envision myself as large as him.
Okay. So you start running towards it, this dragon getting closer. As you get closer, you feel like it gets smaller until you realize that, yes, you are indeed growing larger. And the pair of you come together. The dragon raises up with its front legs to meet your challenge. What do you do?
I envision my hand with my hammer.
Uh-huh.
And I swing.
All right. Go ahead and just give me an attack roll.
Off the maul?
Yeah.
Or just, okay.
Regular maul. 15. Here. So you go to swing at the dragon, and as you swing, its front leg just kind of flashes out, and it just hits you with its other front leg, and just slams you to the ground, sends you tumbling backwards. You quickly rise up, and you notice the dragon, it plants itself on all four legs and just breathes this stream of radiant light almost.
Yeah, I mean, I meet it head on,
Okay.
charging at it again.
Okay. Just you running straight into it.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and give me a wisdom save. So you run straight into it, and you just imagine for a moment that you're stronger than this. It can't touch you. It can't harm you. And as you get a little bit close, as it closes in, it just parts around you, like water crashing into a rock, and you just pass right through it, and raise your maul up at the last minute, and just smash this thing in the face. Go ahead and just give me one more wisdom saving throw here as you're going through this contest of wills. Nice. The rolls are in your favor tonight, I see.
You know, that resilience is coming in handy.
I guess. So this fight for you continues for a while. It is this titanic clash of you and your maul, this dragon battling against you. You feel its tail hit you. You harden your body and with your will, and just you brave the storm at every single thing it throws at you. You just keep overcoming. There's a few times where maybe your will falters a little bit, but you solidify and find your resilience inside of yourself until eventually you beat it down. And then before you, as you watch the dragon crashes to the ground, its form slowly dissipating, all of these stars and the sky of the material that made it up just leaving and going back into its positions. You hear that same voice. It says, "You have what you need. Can help you a little, but you can overcome the one that came here before, who was not worthy of the gifts and was tainted. His power is not mine. It does not come from the shaper of worlds. It does not come from that which makes us great. But I will give you a bit of my essence to help you. You have the strength, you have the will, you have the determination. Rise up, meet the challenge." And with that,
I will remove him from his mortal spoils.
doesn't respond, but you get the sense that it is satisfied with your answer, and it just slowly, everything just disappears. You feel like, Rith, you feel like for you, this has been quite the experience. The being in there, it felt like that battle raged on for quite some time. For the rest of you, the light flashed, and then, like a moment later, the crystal shatters that's in there, and two of the panes of glass that make up this chamber, that are not facing towards you guys, we'll say, shatter outwards, and then the door falls from its hinges, and there is someone in the chamber, except instead of the scales that he had before, they're more mottled at this point. Grayish, almost kind of whitish, white gray. And yeah, I mean, I guess Kelnorn, you'd probably be the first to notice. There's no tail.
He lost the tail?
There's no tail there anymore. But the basic appearance looks like Rith. Just the scale color is completely different.
What color is he now?
Lost
Almost-
weight?
Almost like a... It's almost like a smoky gray, is I guess the best way to put it. It's not silver, but it's like a smoky gray. There's like a sheen to his his scales at points too. Like it's almost kind of moving over it a little bit as a iridescent, I guess, in the light.
Are you okay, Rith?
I step out. Yes, brother, I am fine.
I mean, you lost part of your butt.
Yeah, you lost your tail, bud. Is it in there? I'll look in there.
Nope.
I look around at me.
Yeah.
You're a little more gray, too. Did you feel it? Did it go right? Did I do everything okay?
Yes, I was in there for a while, and
Not really.
Only a few minutes. It was a flash.
Yeah. It was like 2 seconds. As soon as you finished the incantation, the thing flashed, and it was done.
I was in
Literally
there
a
for
couple
days.
No, you were in there for not even a minute.
Strange. It felt like days for me.
Well, did you talk to anyone?
I think I talked to Ao.
Do I know who
Asgroth.
it was?
Oh,
The Shaper of Worlds. I fought a dragon and won. And he said he would gift me some of his abilities or power to help remove Skirod from this world, as he is tainted.
Erod.
Skirod. Skeet Rod.
Ebal.
What powers did he give you? Did he say?
We made him pearlescent?
He did
I mean,
not say.
he obviously changed your appearance. Like you're relatively the same, but if I wouldn't have seen you walk in and walk out, I think you might be different. Humor me for a second, friend. Can I cast detect thoughts on him?
Yeah,
I just want to make sure he's him.
Yeah, you can.
I don't resist.
So yeah, you dive in. I mean, there's similar feelings as before. Conviction and steadfast resolution to bring justice or vengeance to Skirod. Stop him, not necessarily at any cost, but to stop him. Of love for ale and mead and meat and food,
Blacksmithing.
battle. I mean, it's just very similar things that you would expect to see when diving into Risk's thoughts.
Okay, it's him. It's definitely you. Okay, I was worried that you might get replaced by a Dracolich's mind or something. I'm glad you're on the other side of this. But what gifts did he give you? You said some type of boon? How is it helpful to us?
He did not specify.
Okay.
Well, I guess we'll find out the hard way.
I mean,
Unless losing your tail makes you a better fighter.
certainly less
I'll
balanced.
try walking around, seeing if it's weird.
It's all kilter.
Like a baby.
So how big is this chamber? You said it was like 9-10 feet tall?
Yeah, I mean, from top to bottom. I mean, that includes like the base and then the capstone on there. The interior's like looks like it could comfortably hold someone who's 7.5, maybe 8 feet tall.
Who's Rith size? Yeah.
But yeah, but Rith has some
Rith-
headroom in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's wide enough that
Could
Rith
it
was
fit
able
through
to
the
be in
door?
No.
I will approach Rith and do one of like these to see if he got bigger as part of his transformation.
Be an inch or two.
We got taller. We lack a Peggy Carter to try to really size him up.
Yeah, I mean, Lilith, come here. Well, I mean,
Looks
I guess
good on you.
the only other thing to do is destroy this, right?
Yes.
Yes.
See if I got anything to. Oh,
All right. Well, you guys discuss or think about that. Rowan, you said you wanted to do a ascending.
Yeah.
All right.
Sparky, Flicker, Candlelight, whatever your name is. He's here. We're here. Yet you ran like a coward. That was obviously to the flame.
To ski rod.
again, you forgot you pooping.
It's true, you did. Maybe he was. You never know. You might have scared it out of him too.
Rith,
Yes.
this suits you.
Thank you. I feel more complete.
That's good. Now, how are we going to destroy this?
Well, I have Moonbeam, but that's about all I got that would do. Anything.
I could make it destroy itself.
How?
I could animate it and have it trash the room.
Mm.
I mean, on a level, it broke already. The glass.
True.
I mean, I think just removing it from its base will pretty much destroy it. I'm a little bit worried about the electrical charges coming through the wall from the
That's what I was going to
chronic
say.
pit.
If you've got...
Is it attached to the floor?
I'm gonna come over and look at this thing and
You can give me an investigation check if you'd like to see what you can ascertain about its construction.
Much better than my last one. 7.
It's hard to tell. It is very well made.
Okay.
So
Okay. Well, while they're trying to see, if the electrical thing will be an issue, I'm going to wild shape into a bear.
okay.
I'm gonna walk up to Rowan. And reach out my hand to him.
did he ever get a reply back on the sending?
I'm working on it.
Oh,
I gotta
okay.
get it's 25 words,
you're
man. It's
Yeah,
25
I
words. I gotta make sure I get what in there I want, you know?
I'm
Well, I was
also
super
way
intrigued.
back at the entrance. Like I'm not in the room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was in
I thought you were in the other room. That's fine. Then. Oh wait,
That's going to be great.
I will wait.
As a bear, I will try to push it over.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an athletics check. Oh,
What the?
pretty good.
Everybody disappeared for me.
Yeah, you're kind of large. Kind of neat.
Need extra room.
Do you have?
Yeah, I can see people now.
You didn't have vision for some reason. That was cool.
Okay.
Blind bear.
All right. So yeah, you use your mass and your heft to start pushing on it, and you feel your claws kind of scraping against the stone. You try to flex your paws and dig into the brass that is encasing this. And as your feet start to slip, you feel some of your claws catch a groove in the stone, and you're able to push and push, and you feel it start to shift until eventually it just topples over. Some bits and pieces of the fittings that are holding it in place. So it does topple to the ground.
Doesn't send sparks or anything everywhere.
Yeah, give me everybody give me a small give me a dex save
Awesome.
in the room there.
Oh, I'm across the room. Do I need to?
Um
You could say yes. It's fine. I'm probably just gonna fail it though.
I went to see if
Actually,
Rowan
dex
was
is
out
bad
here.
for me.
yeah, you're fine. So Lilith, go ahead and give me one there. Nice.
27.
Nice.
17.
Nice.
9. A random piece of metal flies all the way across the room and hits me in the face.
37 points of damage.
Ouch.
What's your hit points? It's double that.
That's right.
Yeah. Right?
All right, so 21 points of force damage as the arcane bindings that are holding this down from when it breaks just erupts out. So Lilith and Kelnorn, you guys take half. Damien, you just take 21.
Nice.
And you are just kind of thrown back against that conduit. So you actually take 2 points of
Oh, cool.
Feel that.
electric lightning damage.
Well, that takes all the temporary hit points I had, plus some more.
Must be nice to still have those.
Mm.
I apparently have concentration on somebody. I'm pretty sure it's haste, but
Yeah, it's gone.
Lilith's got to make one too.
Yeah, I did. I got a 10.
She got a 10. It's good.
I got a 20 on mine.
Well, except Lilith has no, Lilith doesn't have evasion yet.
I do.
Oh,
kind
okay.
of
Well,
rogue
then
doesn't have
she
evasion.
technically didn't have to make a concentration save.
But she won it.
That's right. She wanted
Yeah.
to. So,
All right.
but yes, it does. It doesn't spark necessarily, but it does send out a flash of energy that kind of hits you guys. Being the giant bear you are, you're able to just kind of steady yourself against it. But
I will transfer back.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ, could you, warn a guy? I was
I
over
thought-
here looking at this.
I thought becoming a bear was going to, hint that I was about to do something. I'm sorry. Normally, when I warn people, it's not taken, or I get accused of trying to kill them, or
It's fine. It didn't hurt that bad. It just, ugh. I didn't expect something to fly all the way across the room at me.
that's fair. How about this? And I will ask the cure wound. Level 4.
I don't even think I need a level 4.
Right, but
he's just doing it.
That happens.
Can't stop the man. Wow.
Okay, I'm full health again.
Dang.
So you change out of bear form?
yes.
Yeah, he said he did.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
I took the damage barefoot, went back to normal, so I'm fine.
All right, is this conduit still pulling lightning now that the eventual end of it is
Yes.
destroyed? It is. Okay. Well, kind of feel like I want to turn that off somehow.
Well, I'm not gonna push it.
What about
there
the
crystal or anything that I might be able to pull?
Like, give me an
The-
investigation check on it.
This is not going to go good. I should not be doing this, guys. I shouldn't be.
Definitely shouldn't be.
Really
yeah,
shouldn't be.
yeah.
Definitely
stick your
shouldn't
hand
be.
up
5 more
into
points
it.
of damage for sticking my hand in the laser.
Not that you can see.
Great.
Is it just like a straight like lightning rod with the ball on the end kind of thing, or is it got like a contraption?
I mean, it's more than just a lightning rod. Yes. I mean, there are various tubes and whatnot, and then I mean, at the top where the lightning is coming in, it's mainly almost from what you can see from here. It looks like a kind of a brass sphere, but you have to get closer, and I mean, you can get closer and investigate if you want to.
I'll check it out.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm going away. Fuck this thing. It's hit me twice now.
Yes.
I didn't do much better.
Yeah. There's like a brass sphere that's encasing the top where a lot of this energy is kind of coalescing. But yeah, it has some parts to it, but it's not overly complex, but it's not as simple as just a lightning rod with the ball.
Okay.
And Rowan, you will get a reply back after about a minute or so. And it says, one of the distractions. I was glad to see him once before our final meeting. The flames will consume you. Come, let us battle.
Full initiative.
And no combat encounter. It won't let me do it.
That's right. All right. Anything anybody else is doing here?
I think so.
Heading out.
Let's search the entire area. I do kind of want to deactivate that thing, but I'm tired of it right now. It's annoying to me.
All right. So, Rowan, you're near the entrance right now?
Yes.
So, the four of you come walking back out?
Yep.
Kovac is over there. You should-
Who comes out first?
Rith.
Then I summon my
I mean, Rith
sword.
left the room first and was going for you, so I would imagine it's Rith.
Rowan,
Yes.
I reach out my hand.
Does he
I
sound
mean, how
the
much
same?
different does he look?
Yeah, he does.
I appreciated your concern.
Oh,
I was able to meet the challenge and succeed. Though it has changed me slightly.
I'll reach out and then, as I'm like grabbing his hand or whatever, You hear, let's hope that it's only slightly.
Agreed. The rest are on their way. They were messing with the room.
I'll just start heading over towards the door.
All right. All right. So, as you guys are getting ready to leave this underground necromantic chamber, Dracolich chamber, we'll go ahead and wrap up there. Pick up as you guys are beginning to head back towards Waymoon and Damien's eventual career in larceny and arson.
I'm only planning on it.
Well,
No. I mean,
just don't let it get out. There might be conspiracy, you know.
I mean, I've got disguise self.
So we'll go ahead and pick up there next time. Should be 2 weeks, hopefully, provided nothing bad or significantly changes in a downward manner, we'll say. Thank you everybody for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode. We hope to have the vampire game back for you as soon as we can. Appreciate your patience in us getting everything worked out. And if you're over watching on the YouTube, hit all the buttons, do all the things, like the like buttons. Apparently those are important. Algorithms, AI, stuff like that. You know, tech things. And we will see you next time. Until then, everybody, have a good night and keep those dice warm. Goodbye.
I
See ya.
Bye.